Lesson 30, closed readers, starting on page 144. A model citizen. Our background tells us about the story, and it is a model citizen is someone who does things that other people admire and respect. A model citizen is a good example for other people. And our purpose, which tells us why we're reading the story, is to find out why Benjamin Franklin was a model citizen. Number 1 asks us to underline 3 reasons why Ben Franklin became famous. Ben Franklin became famous for many reasons. He spent large amounts of his time doing scientific experiments. He designed new inventions, he owned a newspaper, and composed many stories for it. So let's look at 3 reasons right here why he became famous. He spent large amounts of his time doing scientific experiments. So I would underline that sentence. That's 1. Number 2, he designed new inventions. And number 3, he owned a newspaper and composed many stories for it. Number 2 asks us to underline 2 reasons why Ben Franklin was a good citizen. Franklin was a good citizen. He began the first fire company in America. He also started the first public library. As a result, life was better for people. In 1776, Great Britain had colonies in America. People in the colonies wanted to be free. They fought the Revolutionary War against Britain to become free. So number 2 asks us to underline 2 reasons why Ben Franklin was a good citizen. If we go back up here, our very first sentence says Franklin was a good citizen, and then it goes on to tell us he began the first fire company in America, so underline that sentence. And the second thing it says, he started the first public library, so underline that sentence. My cat is here talking to us. Colonies, our definition over here, before the United States of America had states, we had what were called colonies. So they were just different parts of our world, broken into little collections of people. So colonies are places that people lived. Number 3 asks us, why did people in the colonies fight the Revolutionary War? And if you go back and read the second paragraph, it says in 1776, Great Britain had colonies in America. People in the colonies wanted to be free. They fought the Revolutionary War against Britain to become free. So why did they fight? Your sentence should say, they fought to become free. Remember, start your sentence with a capital letter and end with a period. They fought to become free. Go ahead and pause the video and write your sentence. Number 4 asks us to underline the name of the new country that Ben Franklin helped. The colonists asked Franklin to help them achieve freedom. He helped Thomas Jefferson write the Declaration of Independence. The 13 colonies won the war in 1783 and became the United States of America. So the colonies where people lived before we became the United States now became the United States. So we're supposed to underline the name of the new country. The new country is the United States of America. And to achieve something, what does it mean to achieve something? If you achieve your goal, if you read a whole book, you achieved your goal to read the whole book. It means you accomplished it, or you were able to do it. Number 5 asks us, what is something Ben Franklin did to help the colonists achieve freedom? What did he do? The colonists asked Franklin to help them achieve freedom. He helped Thomas Jefferson write the Declaration of Independence. The 13 colonies won the war in 1783 and became the United States of America. So how did he help them? He helped them by writing the Declaration of Independence. Remember to start with a capital letter and end with a period. He helped them by writing the Declaration of Independence. Declaration and Independence need to be capitalized because it's the title of a special paper. And remember to put your period at the end of the sentence. Go ahead and pause your video and write your sentence. Number 6, on the map, we're supposed to circle the colony of Pennsylvania. So let's look at our map. This looks a little different than it does now, but these are the first 13 colonies, okay? In this picture, this is a present day map of the United States. When you look at that map that we have in the classroom, this is what it looks like, okay? What they did in this picture is they took this section right here, which were the original 13 colonies of the United States, or Great Britain as it was called at the time, and they broke away, and put the picture over the top so you have an idea of where the United States started. So here we have Massachusetts was here and here, New Hampshire, we have Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Okay? So it's asking us to circle the colony of Pennsylvania. So which one of these showed Pennsylvania? This one right here. So put a big circle around Pennsylvania. What does the map show you about where the 13 colonies were? So when you look at this map right here, this is our current United States of America. This is the original 13 colonies. What part of the United States is that in? Let's look at our compass rose. Remember, our compass rose tells us direction. So we have north, south, east, west. We also have northeast, which is between north and east, so it's kind of in between the two. We have southeast, which is in between south and east. We have southwest, in between south and west. And we have northwest, in between north and west. So what direction are these 13 colonies? If you go this direction, what direction do we get on the compass rose? We get northeast. So the map shows us the 13 colonies were in the northeast part, or you could just say east because they're also a little southeast. So we could say they were in the northeast, east, and southeast part of the United States. The original 13 colonies were on the east coast of the United States. Go ahead and write capital letters to begin and periods to end your sentence, and pause the video if you need to. Number 7 asks us to underline the name of the new plan for the government of the United States. After the war, Franklin helped to write a plan for the government of the United States. This plan was called the Constitution of the United States. Ben Franklin had a life full of remarkable accomplishments. He is a model for us all. Do you remember what remarkable meant? That was one of our vocabulary words this week. And when something is remarkable, you could say it's extraordinary, it's wonderful, it's special. But he did a lot of things that are so important for us now. And it wants us in this section to underline the name of the new plan. This plan was called what? The Constitution of the United States. So please underline that. How did Ben Franklin help the government of his new country? What did he do? Let's go back. After the war, Franklin helped to write a plan for the government of the United States. This plan was called the Constitution of the United States. Ben Franklin had a life full of remarkable accomplishments. He is a model for us all. So how did he help? Ben Franklin helped to write the Constitution of the United States. Capital letter start, period at the end. Ben Franklin helped to write the Constitution of the United States. Go ahead and pause your video and write your sentence. Number 9, we're supposed to compare the picture of Ben Franklin on page 145. We'll go back with the painting here and read the caption on this page. Then circle Ben Franklin in this picture or painting. This painting shows the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Franklin is standing beside Thomas Jefferson. So let's go back and look at page 145 because it had a picture of him. So what does he look like? He has longish hair, right? He's a little balding on the top. He looks like he's kind of a tiny man. So let's go back to page 149 and see if we can see that in this picture. Let's see. I don't think it's the man who's sitting or this man here. I think we're looking at this gentleman right here. I think that's our Benjamin Franklin. He's got longish hair and he's a little shorter than everybody. He's a tiny guy. So, and it says he's standing beside Thomas Jefferson, who is here. Okay? So go ahead and circle Ben Franklin right here. And here we have the 2 reasons why Ben Franklin was a model for us all. What did we find out? What did he do? He helped write the Constitution, right? He helped to write the Constitution, and he helped write the Declaration of Independence. Okay? The Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. You're probably going to have to use some of the pages in the past to write this. Go ahead and click back through the video if you need to, and pause to finish your sentence. And you know what? That is the end of our closed reader.